It's all changed for SWVA in 2024. Not only does it have a new logo and branding, but rather more significantly, a shiny new premises. But what hasn't changed is it has 4 sales a year, the first one coming up on February the 1st, and it's got the usual great mix of projects, traditional models, and modern classics. So let's check them out.
Go and take a look.
But first, our friends at Lancaster Insurance are running monthly giveaways. You can win all sorts, from experience days to tools, restaurant vouchers and tech. So click the link below at the end of the video to enter their latest competition.
Now, I haven't done one of these previews for quite some time, Phil, so naturally I'm going to gravitate towards the Mini.
I wouldn't have expected anything less, Jeff, so what we got here?
This is actually really nice. It's a twin point injection Rover Mini Cooper, 1997. Volcano, lovely colour. It's got the full leather, got the sport pack, the 13-inch wheels, and I've had a really good look over it, and it's done 75,000 miles, but you wouldn't really tell.
It looks really tidy.
Yeah,
actually.
it's
really tidy.
It's got the proper narrow sills. I can't find any corrosion anywhere, and it's with a sensible estimate that it's got. I think that could make a really canny buy.
You love a voxal. I love a voxal. You must just have a look at this fabulous time warp Vauxhall Nova 1.2.
Yes.
It's got 36,000 on the clock. Yeah, just over 36,000 on the odometer.
But it's in really good shape otherwise. There's the little dent in the rear quarter here, but that would quite easily pop out, I think.
The interior is spotless though, really, really tidy. So like you say, just those little exterior fettles and this would be up and running. So
no reserve too, so it could be a really good starter classic.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But if you want something a bit more traditional, lovely 1959 Triumph TR3 here.
These are really cool, aren't they? They still sort of stand the test of time as a timeless classic.
Yeah, I'm growing in my appreciation of Triumph and their sort of engineering genius. But I think, yeah, TR3A, what a fantastic traditional British sports car. I think it's fabulous. But next to it,
yeah,
a bit more Gallic.
Yes, I mean you couldn't be
no less charming.
Could be any more of a contrast, really, could there?
No, absolutely.
This is really interesting. A DS23 Palace. And a real late one as well. It's built 1974, registered 1975.
Wow, okay, so the CX was out pretty much around that time. So
yeah.
This would be a really end-of-the-line car.
Absolutely, last year of production. So, like the TR3A, it's got a biscuit-coloured interior and it's absolutely lovely. And I love this metallic grey, it sets it off really nicely. And again, a really sensible estimate on it.
It's a good job Joe Miller's not here.
It is, isn't it?
He'd be frothing at the mouth at such a thing, really. But can we just take a look at this absolutely gorgeous Ford Anglia Super here as well? I mean,
yeah, the 123E with the 1200 engine, a Super, like you say, so you get the extra bells and whistles, you get the twin stripe down the side with the flash, better trim, carpets even.
Yeah.
And this has been really, really cherished. This is one of the nicest examples I've seen. The paint is wonderful.
I was going to say, yeah, you just don't see them around anymore, and certainly not in that condition.
No,
so.
and very original, came from a very loving home where it was cherished, and you can tell by going through it how cherished it was.
Yeah,
really nice.
It's immaculate, a really lovely example. But this also caught my eye here, fantastic Triumph TR6, definitely more my bag, I think 1972. And this one's been lightly upgraded, which I think just made it a bit more manageable in modern traffic.
Yeah.
Modern electronic ignition. Mm-hmm. It's got Mazda MX-5 seats, make it a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, it's got the Bosch fuel pump conversion. I love this saffron colour.
It's nice, isn't it?
Really nice. It's really period as well, isn't it?
We've got some modern classics in the sale, so I want to just point over to here, a Chrysler Crossfire.
Yes.
The coupe version. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I personally love them. Real sensible price. You can pick up a bit of a bargain here, I would say. Right in front of it here, 2.8 BMW Z3.
Yeah, 2000 car. Very tidy again.
Sensible
cream
price.
interior.
We've covered these before. We've done a road test and a buying guide on these, and I think they're still a bit of an unsung hero in the sort of modern classic world. The styling's aged really well. That's 6-cylinder engines, about a bit of a peach, and a real sensible guide price. You know, I don't think you can go wrong. But over here is one of its competitors, a Merc SLK.
Yeah.
On which the Chrysler Crossfire is based as well, which I just point out.
These are an absolute bargain, aren't they?
Just an absolute steal. I know they can have a bit of a reputation for rot, but this one looks pretty tidy to me.
Yeah.
And again, a sensible guide price.
230 this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's
very nice.
I think it's fabulous, and yeah, if you want to sort of Bit of a cheap open-top thrills.
We can complete a bit of a modern classic German trio.
Oh, yes, of course.
With this
lovely 996.
996 Generation 911.
These are a
4S, Carrera 4S.
Good value as well now, aren't they?
Yeah, this is the automatic. Again, I mean, 14 to 16,000 is the estimate on that. That's an awful lot of car for the money.
I know it won't be the purest choice because it's not a manual, but
no, but
I just think as a sort of daily driver, what a car, and for the price.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't go wrong. I think it looks fabulous, really. Really good indeed. So
how about something a bit more classic?
Well, an auction wouldn't be the same without a Morris Minor or two, and we've got these two Travellers here.
Two Travellers.
What about this one here?
This old English, I mean, these are kind of the two colours that you think of in Morris Travellers, aren't you? So, almond green and Old English white. This Old English white example is utterly pristine. I mean, it's clearly been really
amazing.
Well, it's new.
Yeah.
So it's been fully restored, no expense spared, and you can really tell. I mean, look at that red trim as well. Contrasts so nicely with the white. Love the period roof rack.
Well, I know from experience, we ran a Project Traveller a few years ago now, and given that it cost a few £1,000s to buy and then £15,000 to restore, that guide price is bang on the money. You probably
I think that's cheap, to be honest with you, for what you're getting.
Absolutely, no question. That is great value, and what an example.
A couple of projects in the sale.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, good on that.
But then 2.5 to 3.5. Where are you going to buy a T2?
The thing is, I wouldn't be brave enough to take this on, but for anyone that is, it's a sensible price.
Yeah.
We know there are loads of specialists. There's loads of parts available for something like this. You could get this on the road with a bit of patience and a bit of tenacity. I think that deserves
Which is the braver choice, though? Is it Range Rover 4.2 LSE project or the T2?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you've probably got to have a bit of a brave pill to take this, but then again, you know, there's potential.
Well, I mean, I do love a Range Rover. I've got to say, this is a fairly late one with air suspension and everything, isn't it? But
long wheelbase one, isn't it?
But again, you know, there are parts, there's expertise out there to help this get back on the road, and they're so rare now. It does deserve to be saved.
It does deserve to be saved.
We're back to our modern classics here. I must just sort of draw attention to this Merc SL 350. And again, we've done a bit on this. You know, I think in terms of an affordable modern classic, but also an affordable Mercedes, 3.5 litre V6. It's got the folding top. It's just stunning. I love the colour. It's a good, straight, honest example at a sensible price.
Well, there looks a hell of a lot more of a car than you'd expect for £2,000 to £3,000.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so we did a road test on these. They threw the technological kitchen sink at it when they brought it out. But yeah, it's a fabulous car for the money. But really must point out this Aston Martin Virage. It's a 1990 example.
Yeah,
they're super rare. They only made about 400 of these. 5.3 V8. Proper British brute. I think this is the start of the Aston Martin Renaissance, you know, when it was owned by Ford, run by the visionary that is Victor Gauntlet. I think these are absolutely brilliant. I just think this hand-built Aston Martin at its finest, a real brute. Love it.
Very tidy example, isn't it, in this dark metallic grey with the cream leather interior.
Yeah. Now, the odometer has supposedly stopped working at about sort of 30,000 miles, but we've got loads of paperwork to back up the fact that it's probably done no more than 45,000 miles. Yeah. So it's definitely an absolute gem of a car, a real rare find. They're owned by celebrities, Elton John, Chris Eubank, you know, so you'll be joining the glitterati. Yes. But what I also love about Aston Martins, always got some parts being special. So we've got sort of door mirrors, which I think are from a Citroen CX and the like.
Yeah.
If you look at the tail lights here, Jeff, I think these are from a VW Scirocco Mark II.
Yes, with the little pinstripes on.
Which I think look fantastic. And of course, you wouldn't be surprised with the car built in the sort of Ford era of ownership. Lots and lots of Ford dials, but I have to say, unlike the DB7s that I've seen before, I think the switchgear in here looks really good.
Yeah.
You've got the Granada vents and the sort of little push buttons there that you'd see for Fords of that era, but I just think it looks really stunning, and the interiors are really good condition as well. So, well, British rarity.
Yeah, it's been well cherished, this one, hasn't it?
But anyway, look, must take you over to another Mini.
So this has started life as a Mini Sprite.
Right.
I think the owner may have been quite into the sidewalk edition because it's got the tartan seats. They are a custom job and they suit this colour really nicely. Not sure what the colour is, to be honest with you. I think it's the Kingfisher Blue that they did the sidewalk edition in, but we'd have to get that confirmed. It's got lots of nice little additions, things like this. I believe that the chap spent £8,000 on it recently. It's very, very clean.
Good rubber on that. Look at that, nice tyres.
Yeah, nice new. I think the wheels are new as well. You can tell a lot of it's new.
And again, that
really
guide
good
price
condition.
looks reasonable to me.
It is, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't build it for that guide price.
No, exactly. What have we got here?
So this is taken from a barn, Aston 7 Pearl.
Bit of a rarity, isn't it?
So that's a project offered with no reserve.
Look, we've got another project here, little GT6.
Yeah, you might need a brave pill for this one. The coolest thing about this is these wing mirrors, I think.
Yes.
I think you might need quite an industrial sized tub of P40 for this. But even so, you know, there'll be someone out there who can resurrect it, because the great thing about these Triumphs is parts are available.
Yeah.
And expertise is there, club support.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Again, they're getting rarer, aren't they? So it's well worth saving. Really want to point out this X308 because they're getting rarer for a start. This one's a December 2000 car, so we know it's a post-Nickersill V8. Not that the Nickersill issue is particularly big these days, but you can take comfort. This is a December 2000 car, so it's definitely not a Nickersill one. It's in this beautiful sort of metallic blue. The interiors really go on these cars, and this one is spotless. You know, you see often fading around the steering wheel, and the leather starts to sort of sag and fray.
Yeah,
not on this one.
Yeah.
It's a really nice example. 4-litre Sovereign, really desirable spec, and yeah, a bit of a bargain actually, because these are going up steadily in value now, because a lot of them have rotted away sadly, but this one looks like a really tidy example.
Could be a canny investment, that one, couldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, am I allowed to now talk about this?
Can I talk about this first?
Go for it, MG.
So I quite like this MGB because it's a 67 Roadster, but it's got kind of a works feel about it to me.
Okay, yep.
Because of the tartan red paint, because of the rare white hardtop. You know, it's kind of Abingdon-esque, isn't it? Abingdon Works Department. Yep. It's got a modified engine, 1950cc, so it's been bored out, so it's probably a little bit quicker. And I just think that's really nice.
Yep. No, absolutely, yeah. MGBs are obviously still ubiquitous to this day, but this one's got a little bit of a rare charm about it, hasn't it?
Yeah, and again, a really sensible guide, 6,000 to 7,000.
Yeah.
I think that's a really promising B for money.
To get onto the Ford, because this probably is the car of the sale for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
Mark 1 Ford Granada, 3-litre gear.
Have you seen the interior?
I was looking at the photos. Belonged to a very sort of huge Ford fan. He's cherished it. There's loads of paperwork to go with this.
Paint's nice as well. Paint's really nice, because this light is very critical, isn't it, with these big fluorescent lights, but it does look really good.
That's what's great about this sale. You can come down and see the lots in the days leading up to the sale.
Well, the new premises affords you the chance to come down, really get close and personal with the cars as well, which is a real advantage.
No, it's lovely. It's lovely.
I don't know if my attention is drawn to this car simply because it's got retro Halford's number plate on the front.
I love that about it.
It's a lovely example. The incredible thing about this is it's done 14,000 miles from new. Polka dotty interior. It tends to really wear.
It's brilliant.
But this is like new.
It's just lovely. Absolutely lovely.
That is really nice throughout, and lovely Aston A35 van.
Indeed.
Standard flying 10. So these are from the same owner, from the same vendor.
Right, okay.
I don't think I've seen a pre-war car with paint as nice as this.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Ever.
That's a really good paint.
Yeah, that's really, really lovely.
And again, a sensible price on this one.
Yeah. I mean, that is an absolute bargain, isn't it? That strikes me as kind of a usable pre-war vehicle, being a 939.
Absolutely.
Really, really smart.
Yeah, no, very much so.
Another Anglia.
Yeah, second Anglia. This one's quite nice because it's subtly lowered and it's got the Ross-style wheels on it, which they look fabulous, don't they? Yeah.
And it looks really straight, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is fabulous. Yeah, you could just
a bit of patina
drop
on
in
it.
and enjoy it. Yeah, well, I think it's
the odd sort of bit of pitting on the front bumper and things like that. But
I don't want a trailer queen. I want one that I can just jump in and use. Can we just talk about the 1600E here?
Yes.
I mean,
same wheels.
the creme de la creme of the Mark II. The sort of all the sort of chassis tuning of the Lotus Cortina, 1.6 Kent engine.
Well, it was like the dad's dream car, wasn't it, at the time?
It's just fabulous.
And I love the dashboard with its like 4 dials risen up. Yep. This one's got a deep dish aftermarket steering wheel, which looks quite small.
It reminds me of those little Sega rally games you can play at the arcades, you know. But
just the touches on there.
Again, honest condition, but the price reflects that as well. So, I mean, you're probably not going to get into a 1600E much cheaper than that. So,
I wouldn't have thought so, no.
It's just fabulous, really. But maybe a new premises and a new look for SWVA, but the quality and the variety of the cars is just second to none, isn't it? So, fantastic. So when's the sale again?
The sale takes place on February the 1st. It's on the Thursday, so they've moved their sale slot from the Friday to the Thursday.
Okay. And you can come and view from the 27th of January, I believe. Well, look, thanks very much for watching. Do tell us in the comments which one of these glorious classics you'd like to buy, but thanks for watching in the meantime, and we'll see you next time.
This video is proudly sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Give them a call on 01480 400 889 for an insurance quote on your classic car. And don't forget to click the link below to enter their latest competition.